Last night I watched for the first time the film Cares. Now if you know, you know. If you don't, then you probably should check it out, because this film is a constant in the top 10 of the British Film Institute's best ever British films. It's a really emotional film. At times it had me laughing out loud, and at others it had me crying.
Now, I hope it's going to be a lesson to you. Perhaps once in a while, it might sink in.
Sir.
But by the end of it, it got me thinking that if this small town of Barnsley could be the source of such an amazing piece of cinematic history, then what other incredible places or people has it produced that I don't know about? So today I thought we'd go on a little adventure and see if we can find a few hidden gems. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. How are you doing? It's gorgeous, it's lovely here in Barnsley today. Yes, I've come to good old Barnsley again. It's my second vlog here actually. You seem to enjoy the first one, so I thought yes, we'd give it another go, see if we can find some new places. If you are new to the channel, hello, my name is Rebecca. I like to take you on my travels with me, and sometimes we do some stuff at home, but yeah, we do lots of different things. So please like, subscribe, share, follow me on Facebook. Got to get all these in, haven't I? Oh, there's a new one now, isn't there? There's another one we've got to call for. Please hype. I don't actually know what that does. I don't know what the hype does yet, but it sounds good, doesn't it? People say I've hyped your video, and I like that. Keep hyping. So the first stop is Wentworth Castle, which was once upon a time known as Stainborough Hall. In 1708 it was purchased by Thomas Wentworth, and it's actually quite funny the reason why he bought it. It was out of envy. So he believed that he was the rightful heir to Wentworth Woodhouse. If you've seen Wentworth Woodhouse, you'll understand why he wanted it so badly. Anyway, it turns out that his cousin got it instead. Old Thomas was a little bit miffed, which I have to say, I think I would be as well if I'd thought that Wentworth Woodhouse was coming my way, only to find out that it wasn't. So Thomas bought this house, and it was a kind of way of saying that it doesn't matter that you've got Wentworth Woodhouse, because look what I've got. And I have to say, it is pretty special.
Change is constant, learning to flow. All the unknown, lemons thrown. You've dreamed. Colors and contrast making it art. What if happy can be built?
I have bittersweet feelings about buildings like this being used as a college. I mean, clearly it's doing a great service. It's for adults who are returning back into education. So, you know, I'm sure it's a fantastic facility. However, houses like this, I don't know, I think they should be open to the public. I think people deserve to be able to look round properties like this. I mean, let's be honest, there's no way that that can be a suitable building for a college. A college should be based in a modern building. Can you imagine the heating bill in there? And it's got to be an absolute bugger to keep on top of. So why not try and revert this back to the way that, you know, it once potentially looked, and let people go in and experience it instead of it being shut off to everybody but the students. I mean, to be quite frank, it looks a little bit untidy, but it's just obviously because it's used as a learning facility. I just think what they've got here, it could be like a thriving park. I mean, you look at the likes of Chatsworth and what they've got, and Cannon Hall just down the road, which is really, really busy. They could have that here because it's absolutely stunning, and the parkland that they've got is incredible. That's just my opinion. I'm sure there are lots of people who disagree. This looks a little bit like a hidden trail. Shall we go and have a look? See what's on offer down here. So it's a conservatory. We can go and have a look in the conservatory. That is actually open to the public. Oh gosh, you see the most beautiful conservatory, and at the side of it is the most ugly carbuncle, is the only word for it, that they seem to have built on the side. Look at that.
What if happy can be built? Tuning into all that's good. Lucky I learned what lemons can do. Lucky they let me here with you. Lucky. Ain't it funny? Thought I was lacking. Then I realized all is within. Are your thoughts friend or foe? It's your choice which way you go. What if happy can be built? Tuning into all that's good. Lucky I learned what lemons can do. Lucky.
So this is the building here that I was just moaning about. Look at that. How on earth were they ever allowed to build something like that on the side of such a stunning property? It's not even in use. It's empty, it's derelict. It's just a horrible concrete block stuck on the side of the most stunning house. Sometimes it just feels like some people are allowed to get away with anything when it comes to planning. There's a similar thing at Wentworth Woodhouse where they built some student accommodation because at one point that was also a college. Anyway, that's my moan for the day, over and done with. Well, it might not be the only one of today. This is known as Stainborough Castle. From a distance, this looks like a full-size castle. However, when you're up close and personal, you kind of see that it is actually just a play size. It is known as a folly, and these were the things that gentry used to build. It was a way of showing off their wealth, and they did it in style. I mean, this is pretty cool having this in your back garden. The kids would have loved it, wouldn't they? Oh, it looks like you can go upstairs. I wonder which one we have to go up. Let's have a look in here. Right, here we are at the top. I'm glad I wasn't going up that spiral staircase, coming to an abrupt end. I'm shattered now. That was higher up than what I actually thought, and it's that same old thing which I was moaning about when I went to Lincoln. Dizzy, just getting really, really dizzy when you're going round and round in circles. Need to catch my breath back now. I like this, what they've put here on the staircase. Look at him, he's a nice touch, isn't he? Little dragon. And his tail becomes the handrail. Yeah, it's quite a nice view up here. You would get to see your grounds, stand here and say, it's my land as far as the eye can see. There is actually a perimeter wall as well, turreted wall all the way around, which we'll go and have a look at. Right, I've got to contemplate going back downstairs now without tripping up. Right, here we go. It's unbelievably quiet around here. There's not very many people about at all. I think they probably get a little bit busier in the summer because it sounds like they have like a pizza van and stuff like that. There is a little adventure playground. So yeah, there are things to do, which I'm sure it's absolutely beautiful in the summer to just come and have a walk around all the grounds. I think they need to get a flag for their flagpole. That would just finish it off nicely, wouldn't it? Looking at this castle, it reminds me of something from my past life. When before Edward and Mark, I used to spend a lot of time in Miami. My partner at the time was a property developer, and we used to drive around Miami and South Florida looking for properties to develop. And there's quite a well-known road in Miami called North Bay Road. It's where all the celebrities live. It's kind of waterfront. So yeah, I think Ricky Martin lived there, Cher, the Bee Gees, you name it. It's proper celebrity heaven, this road. But right in the middle of all these fantastic super villas was a castle, what a guy had just decided to build. He had this fantastic plot, waterfront, and yeah, he just turned it into a fairy tale castle. I'm trying to remember what it was called. I think it was Windjammers or Windbreakers, something like that. The guy who built it owned, I think it was something like a cruise business, and yeah, he was known as the local pirate. But this place was honestly like something out of Harry Potter. It had a moat, it had sharks in the moat. I mean, what an eccentric thing to do. It really upset a lot of the neighbours by all accounts, and it did eventually burn down. I wonder if that was accident? Conspiracy there, who knows? But yeah, check it out because honestly it's something quite unusual. Windjammers, it's definitely Windjammers on North Bay Road in Miami. I think if I had all this land and lots of money, I think I'd build a castle. I've definitely not been here before. I was kind of in two minds as to whether I had. I thought I might have been as a child, but I think I would remember it. For some reason, I always believed that Wentworth Castle was further afield. I didn't know it was in Barnsley. So when I was doing some research of places to visit in Barnsley, yeah, I was quite surprised, to be fair. I would definitely remember coming here as a child because it's one of those places that is just mega for running around, especially if there's a few of you playing hide and seek. It's yeah, be lovely for children. Unfortunately, Edward is an only child, and I feel really bad sometimes that he's not got a sibling to play with. So when I do come to places like this with him, it's often me that ends up playing hide and seek as well, and I'm like, oh god, I've got to count to 100 again. But got to keep the kiddos happy, haven't we? Lots of rhododendron, I can't say that word, lots of rhododendron bushes. Brings back lots of memories when we bought our house. The bottom end of the garden was absolutely full of rhododendron bushes, and oh god, we had to hack all the way through them. It was the right job. I got to a point where I just despised rhododendron. I quite like them now, and I'm like, oh, I wish we'd kept a few. You always want what you've not got, and vice versa, don't you? It feels a little bit like a giant maze. It's lovely, really, really nice. So that where I've just walked is called the Union Jack Garden, which, yeah, I suppose from the air it would definitely resemble that, the bit that I kind of walked around. But I've spotted something on the signpost, which is always a welcome sign. Cafe. Yeah, it's such a shame you can't go into the house. So when I was paying to come in, I was having a good old natter with the gentleman from the National Trust, who was lovely, really, really helpful. And he was telling me that they do occasionally offer tours of the house, and I was saying, yeah, but what's it like? You know, it's a school, is there anything in there worth looking at? And he was saying that there are still the original fireplaces, which are quite beautiful, along with lots of artwork. So, you know, I suppose it's nice just to go in and see the just to see the size of the room sometimes, isn't it? And yeah, it gives you a bit of a feel as to what it must have been like. But yeah, shame it's not being restored to its former beauty. Barnsley really is beautiful. There are some stunning, stunning places. I think these are called stumperies, aren't they? We've got an unintentional stumpery at home where some of the trees have fallen down and we've just not cleaned them up yet. I just say I'm doing my bit for the environment. Here in Monk Bretton lies one of football's true greats, Tommy Taylor. Born in Barnsley in 1932, Tommy rose from local football to become a star striker for Manchester United under Sir Matt Busby's famous Busby Babes. Known for his powerful headers and instinctive finishing, he also shone on the international stage, scoring 16 goals in just 19 games for England. Tragically, Tommy's life and career were cut short in the Munich air disaster of 1958, when the Manchester United team's plane crashed, returning from a European Cup tie. 23 people were killed, including 8 of the Busby Babes. Tommy was just 26 years old. These are the ruins of Monk Bretton Priory, a place where time seems to stand still. Founded in 1154, it was once home to a community of Cluniac monks who lived in quiet devotion, following a strict routine of prayer and work. For centuries, this was a thriving centre of faith and learning. That all changed in 1538 when the priory was dissolved under King Henry VIII and the monks were forced to leave. What's left now are the silent stones, weathered by nearly 900 years of history. As you walk through the arches and crumbling walls, it's easy to imagine the lives once lived here, the chants, the stillness, and the sense of peace that still lingers among the ruins. Couldn't come to Barnsley, could I, without paying homage to the Dickie Bird statue. I did actually show it in my other Barnsley vlog that I did, but Dickie sadly passed away recently, in the last couple of weeks actually. I'm not exactly sure which day, but it's very recent, and he's one of Barnsley's most loved sporting celebrities. But you know, he was knocking on. He'd had a good innings, literally, he'd had a good innings. Now, if you ever get a chance to look at Barnsley's coat of arms, on one side of it you will see that there is a miner, and on the other there is a glass blower. Now, I never knew this until I actually visited Barnsley last time and went in one of the museums, But Barnsley has an incredible history of glass blowing which stems back to the 17th century. Production grew through the 19th and 20th centuries, and Barnsley became a staple for domestic glass bottles and jars. In fact, in 1977, Barnsley installed the world's very first glass recycling bank, an initiative that's obviously gone on from strength to strength over the years. And we pretty much see one now in every single supermarket car park, don't we? But it all started here in Barnsley, thanks to Stanley Rice. Right, I am walking now down into town, and I'm actually going to go to the Glass House, which is a new kind of development area which has got shops, restaurants, bars. I'm going to go and get something to eat because I am ravenous as always. Now, I don't know whether the Glass House is named after Barnsley's glass heritage. However, it does have a glass roof, so maybe it's just taken its name from that. But who knows? It's a pretty cool development anyway, and it's something that Barnsley should really, really be proud of. Here we go, the Glassworks. Did I call it the Glass House? I've got a feeling I called it the Glass House. It is the Glassworks. I easily get confused. There's nothing you can't get in the Glassworks, I'll tell you. In fact, my mum came here the other day and they've got a medical centre. She came and had an MRI scan. How random is that? Next door to TK Maxx. I mean, it's a perfect setup if you ask me. I mean, if you've got the trauma of going for an MRI scan, you may as well have a little bit of retail therapy afterwards, haven't you? There's quite a few places you can actually eat around here. There is a botanist, there's a few cafes, but I'm going to go into the Salt House, which I've seen advertised in a few places. It looks really nice and it's something new, so we'll give it a go, shall we? It looks very nice. I'll show you around in a minute. I'm starving, but I can't read the menu because I've left my glasses in the car like a nitwit. So it's literally going to be that one. Let's have a look at it together, see if we can decipher what's on the menu. Right, so they've got quite a lot of choice. You see, I love sharing options, but I've got nobody to share with today, so it's solo dinner. So what we're gonna have? What have they got? Pork and meatballs. Is it like a tapas thing? It sounds like it. Do you know what? I fancy a burger. I haven't had one in such a long time. So I've just been informed that the beef brisket sliders are delicious, but with the gluten-free option, you just get one as opposed to two small ones. So I think I'm going to go for that. Do you get some chips with it? Do I need chips? We always need chips, don't we? I'm conscious that this light's down and it's making my nose look really big because I do tend to have a big nose anyway, and it doesn't need accentuating by downlighters. I've not picked a very good place to sit, have I? This is a lovely place. It's right on the corner of the Glass House. Yeah, I can imagine it's pretty good at night. The menu's good, so we'll see. I'm glad it's quiet because I don't feel as much of a prat talking to myself on camera, even though the staff keep looking at me, wondering what I'm doing. I'm going to see if I can get some footage of it in here because it is quite nice. I can't believe I've ordered a slider, beef brisket slider. Honestly, I would never normally eat stuff like this during the day. I'm kind of doing it for you guys. Somebody actually mentioned and said to me, well, I bet it's doing wonders for your fitness, all this like travel vlogging and walking around all the towns and stuff. And yes, it most definitely would be if it wasn't for the fact that I was filling my face in all the restaurants. I'm playing netball tonight though, so that's why I've stuck to the lime and soda. I really fancied a glass of wine, but my shooting is all over the place most of the time anyway, so I don't really think I need putting off any more with having alcohol, so stick to the water. I'm a little bit underwhelmed at the presentation. It looks, the meat looks nice and it smells good, but I don't know, it could have been served a little bit nicer.
come the stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away and show us where we are? What makes the sun go to sleep every night, and what's it dreaming of? I wonder. How come the sky sometimes
very
hides
much.
behind
Bye-bye.
the clouds? Maybe it's just like me, a little bit scared of heights. Why does
That was a bit disappointing. I couldn't see the menu properly. When the sandwich came, it had loads of beef on it. And there was some gherkins, but really, really small pieces of gherkin. And I'm sure there were other things. I've just literally Googled the menu again and zoomed in so I could see it. And it did. It said it came with crispy onions and alioli and gherkins. There was no alioli, there was no crispy onions, although that might have been because I picked the gluten-free option. But not great. It was £15.80 for the sandwich, chips and a lime and soda water. So yeah, nice place, nice decor, good location, food. I can imagine it's nice on a Friday night with your girlfriends for a cocktail. Welcome to Worsbrough Mill. I have driven past this place so many times but never ever been in, so I'm quite interested to see what it's all about because I've heard it's really lovely. Well, that is pretty annoying. The place is closed. It didn't say that on the internet at all. It said open, I think, Thursday through Sunday. I know it said that the mill was broken and it needed fixing, but it didn't say it was closed. Oh well, we're just going to have a little wander around and see what we can see without actually going inside. It's quite frustrating, isn't it?
So it's 1980s.
I love that. Skinny people are easy to kidnap. Stay safe and eat cake. That is brilliant. I'm going to adopt that motto. I love it. Even the shop is closed. How annoying is that? I'm sure it said it was open on the internet. This is really frustrating. I'm going to Google it now because I think that is bad. Let's have a look. Opening times. The country park is open 7 days a week. That's fine. We can walk around the park. The mill opening. The mill is currently open Thursday through Sunday, 10 till 3. Oops, I'm half an hour late. Oh well, let's have a quick look round and see what we can see on the outside. So when you make a big balls up like this and get the timings wrong, there's not a great deal else I can do other than take some arty shots and tell you a little bit about it as a voiceover. Sorry guys, I am still new at this. I'm still learning. Every day's a school day. Worsbrough Mill, a marvel of history, industry and apparently poor planning on my part. This watermill has been part of the landscape for over 400 years, grinding grain and serving the local community for centuries. The restored mill still shows how the old water wheel and machinery worked. There's even a museum to explore the lives of the millers who ran it. Normally, you'd get to step inside and see the wheel turning and maybe even smell the freshly milled flour. But today, thanks to my poor timing, all you'll see is the outside. So imagine the smell, the creaking wheel and the busy millers. And please try not to judge me too harshly. Not sure what that is. Is it like a wishing tree type thing? Yeah, so this was meant to be an informative little segment to the vlog. However, it's now turning into a little scenic segment of the vlog. Wouldn't you think I would learn? It's not been the best day today. In fact, it's gone really warm now and I took my jacket off a little bit earlier, but I had a drink and I spilt it down on a white t-shirt. It's always when you're wearing white, isn't it? Sod's law. So I've got like orange stains now down the front of my top. Never a good look, is it? I know my mum will be watching the vlog and she'll be saying, Bex, you're turning into your father. My father has many wonderful traits, but his dribbling is not one that I was hoping to take after. In fact, did you have one of those teachers at school that always seemed to have like dribble down the top? They'd always have a little bit of gravy on the tie or a little bit of mushy peas. Yeah, ours was the English teacher. I'm not going to say his name just in case he watches, because I wouldn't want to embarrass him like that. But yeah, he always had a bit of food in his beard as well. I'm pleased to say I'm not at the beard point yet. I'm working on it. It's one of the downsides of getting older. But yeah, not quite there yet. It's no wonder there are so many families here. There is a little play area, a little park for the kids right next to the mill. And this is the reservoir area, which you can actually partake in water sports if you're that way inclined. You could do a little bit of paddle boarding, a bit of canoeing. There's nothing happening today. Nobody's doing it, which is surprising because it is lovely and warm. It's really calm. Would be perfect actually for a little bit of paddle boarding. Yeah, and I think you can fish on the reservoir as well, which would be very, very nice and relaxing, wouldn't it? God, this is stunning. I can't believe I've not been here. It's a 240 acre, is it classed as an estate? I suppose it is, yeah, park, as nature reserve. But yeah, just round the corner from the M1 and you hit this beautiful place. I feel very much like a bad dog mum today. Everybody's out with the dogs and I've left mine I've not left her at home, she's not on her own. I've left her with my mum and dad because it's a little bit awkward trying to film and walk the dog at the same time, but she is really going to be cross with me when I get home and she can smell all the other dogs that I've been stroking. In fact, there was a lady with a little puppy, a cocker spaniel. Oh, it was beautiful, and she called it Nibble. That is so sweet. I keep finding these new places which I have never been to, and it's really frustrating because this is stunning. This is an area that I would have used a lot, and there's no stopping me now, I suppose, but it's really flat and it's dead easy to walk. So yeah, perfect when you've got a young family. quite strict, the fishing rules, aren't they? I don't know anything about it. I've only ever been fishing a couple of times. What is the difference between coarse fishing and carp fishing? I thought somebody had just caught something then. I thought I'd just walk past at the optimum time, but no such luck. Do you know, all the fishermen that I see, I don't think I've ever seen anybody catch anything. Is it just an excuse to get away from the wife? Oh, there you go. Are they the types of fish that we have in here? Perch, pike. Ah. It is incredibly beautiful here, I must admit, and it's really frustrating as I was saying earlier, because I would have utilised this so much had I have known about it. It's a bit of a trek for me to get here now, unfortunately, but yes, I can imagine that Mum and I would have walked here quite a lot had we have known about it, but no, our loss. I might have to bring my mum. I've got to wait for her to get better though. Unfortunately, my dad's not able to walk long distances now, and my mum, she's just found out she's got a pinched nerve and she's suffering really, really bad with it in her back, and she can't really walk long distances. So they're a right pair of old crips, honestly. It's she's left me right in lurch. My mum, I used to like taking her out on a vlog with me, but unfortunately, at the minute she's not well enough to do it. But fingers crossed we get her up and running, and might even drag my dad out on a scooter one day. Will they go over the edge? Oh, is he doing it? He's doing it. It's like the ultimate duck slide. Oh, I'm desperate to see him slide down. They're not going to do it, are they? You see, these fishermen here have definitely just come to get away from the wife. They are doing nothing. Actually, they're not old enough to have wives, are they? They're only about 10. In fact, one of them just sounded like Billy off Kes. I've had loads of nibbles over here, I have. It's great. The Barnsley accent is the best accent there is. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, bloody hell. Can't come in here now either. Seriously, what is it with closing things early? I mean, they want people to come and then they close gates at 4:30. I'm climbing over, sod 'em. They're all very eager to go home, I think. They're shutting up the toilets. The cafe is closed, yes. I mean, to be fair, I suppose it's not that early, is it? 4:30, but it's just me that rocks up late to the party, as always. Well, unfortunately, I have run out of time. If I'm perfectly honest, I could have probably had a few good days at doing this vlog, because I've not even touched the sides. There are so many places around Barnsley that I could have visited, but unfortunately I've not got a few days to be able to do it. I've just got one, so I've had to cram in what I can. Now, I'm sure there are plenty of you who are thinking, Bex, you've not been here, you've not been there, so pop it in the comments if you think I have missed an absolute gem that needs a visit. Then please put it in the comments, because finding content is always such a big issue for me. Well, I think it is for all YouTubers, to be quite honest. So any suggestions are always very, very welcome. I mean, there's so much around here. There's Elsica Heritage Centre, there is Lock Park, there's Tankersley Old Hall, which was actually featured in Kes as well, very briefly. I think that's where he found the hawk. But anyway, stop rambling on, Rebecca. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. I've just hit 15,000 subscribers, which is a huge achievement. So I'm really thankful for all your support, comments, likes, you know, you name it. I couldn't do it without you. So as I say, really appreciate it. Right, until next time, I will see you soon. Bye.